Hi everyone, the birds are chirping, the sun is shining, and the weather is warming up. Hopefully no more snowflakes for a few months, which means spring is finally here. I feel like it's been snowing in so many of my recent videos. Not today. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some spring decorating interior design tips that will make your home feel fresh and inviting. Spring is a time of renewal and energy, so it's the perfect opportunity to update your space with some simple changes that can have a big impact. And yes, these are tried and true tips, but I've updated them so that all the images I'm showing you will not only feel fresh and new, but they reflect what you'll find in the stores out there as well. So let's get started. The very first thing you need to do is make a decision about your spring color palette. Think about your favorite flower bouquet color palette. Use that as your jumping off point. And then look for pillows and accessories reflecting your bouquet. You can go in one of three ways. Option 1, a burst of color. Lots of color. It can be bright and full of florals and graphic patterns. Go bold and mix it up. Or option 2, where maybe you love color but want it to be softer, more subtle. Then go for pastel colors. I love this bouquet, soft but pretty. Keep your colors with low intensity, soft patterns. Or you can turn towards option 3, neutral and natural. This color palette is full of neutral colors like white, gray, and beige. It's more about keeping the colors light and airy and creating a contrast with different textures and patterns. Now that you've decided on your color palette, it's all about decorating. One of the best ways to remind us of nature's best is bringing flowers, branches, and greenery into our indoor living spaces. There's nothing like fresh flowers. Take inspiration from that lovely bouquet and find places to add them into your decor. You can display fresh flowers in vases or jars for a touch of spring fragrance and color. Tulips are my absolute favorite, and they always look great in big bunches. I also want you to think about branches and larger tree-like plants. These leafy greens are so trendy this year. I love the delicate scale of the leaves, but in a large mass like this one. And place your flowers and greens in unexpected places. This little arrangement of branches makes the bathroom so inviting. You can use real or faux plants, depending on your preference and budget. You can find some amazing large-scaled faux olive trees that are perfect to tuck into a corner of your living room. Large-scale indoor plants or trees are a big trend this year. Plants not only add life and beauty to your space, but they also purify the air and boost your mood. Well, real plants do that. Don't expect that from your faux olive tree. There's no better way to wake up each day to a new spring season than by giving your bedroom a fresh new look and feeling. It's time to swap out heavy winter bedding for lighter fabrics and layers. Create a cozy and comfortable bed that is also breathable and airy. You can opt for cotton, linen, or bamboo bed sheetings that are soft and cool to the touch. You can also layer blankets or quilts for extra warmth if needed on those chillier nights as we all transition to warmer weather. Add some decorative pillows or shams for some style and personality points. And one of my favorite ways to bring that spring-like energy to my bedroom is to add floral linens to my bed. It's such a lovely burst of color and pattern. A tried and true combination are stripes with florals. I love that contrast. It's like instant spring blooming right in your bedroom. Like I said, there's no better feeling than waking up in that fresh new vibe. Update your wall art or accessories with something more seasonal. Remember that bouquet color palette at the start of this video? Bring those same colors, patterns, and textures into your spaces and follow through in all the rooms for a consistent spring theme. If you're all about bold color, look for new and interesting objects that reflect those bright colors. The soft pastel color palette needs to be reflected throughout your home too. Pull some of those everyday objects out and put them on display. And if you're loving that all-natural color palette, then make sure to decorate with natural materials and finishes. Groupings have bigger impact than if you evenly space things out all around. Group similar materials and finishes together to create some moments of beauty. Seashells, wood, clay and terracotta, rattan. All of these objects reflect nature, and that's a beautiful and sophisticated way to bring spring into your home. I know changing wall art that looks and feels more like spring might be a bit tricky. I guess there are ways to do that. But maybe it's about adding to what you've already got on your walls. I love leaning smaller pieces of art with that new color palette into our decorating. Or adding mirrors where you may already have had an art piece. Mirrors look light and airy, and they reflect more light into the room, so they're a great way to brighten up and lighten up your spaces. And remember, if you add objects like flowers in front of a mirror, then they double up your flowers for that extra floral boost. And this brings me to one tip that I love and that doesn't cost you anything. Switch up your accessories like lamps, candles, trays, or baskets from other rooms and give your home an almost new makeover. Just moving your accessories around can give your spaces an interesting and inexpensive change of atmosphere. Shop your own home. So here's your takeaway. Spring inspiration is right outside your window. Bring all of Mother Nature's energy into your home for a fresh new vibe. Start with a beautiful bouquet of your favorite flowers and use those colors as your jumping off point for your spring color palette. Carry that through your home and look for unexpected places to decorate. Lighten up your bedroom with breathable fabrics and floral linens. Decorate your whole home. It's not just pillows on your sofa. Look for ways to lighten up your spaces with color, mirrors, and accessories. Bring out your own everyday objects into the foreground and move them from one room to another for an instant change of atmosphere. Spring is all about renewal and energy, so bring that mindset to your home's interior and you'll get a little spring in your step too. If you need some personal design help, head to my Patreon page. I've got lots of tiers, including one where you can schedule a one-on-one video consultation with me. My patrons and I have tackled so many projects, from decorating an open concept living and dining room to redesigning a new bathroom ensuite. So if you feel like you need some advice, head to my page on Patreon. And a big shout out to my patrons. These are just some of the spring decorating interior design tips that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thanks for watching this little design tip. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss the next video. Leave a comment and let me know if you love spring decorating, or maybe you love decorating for the fall and winter more. I'm intrigued. If you like this video, please hit that like button. It helps to grow this channel. See you soon.